Ticket to Ride is a railway-themed German-style board game designed by Alan R.Moon, illustrated by Julien Delval and Cyrille Daujean, published in 2004 by Days of Wonder. The game is also known as Zug Zug, Les Aventuriers du Rail, Aventurios al Tren, WSIASC du Pochagu, and Menelapu. The game won the 2004 Spiel des Jahres, the Origins Award for Best Board Game of 2004, the 2005 Diana Jones Award, the 2005 as Daujean de l'année, and placed second in the Schweizer Spielepreis for family games. Ticket to Ride Europe won the 2005 International Gamers Award. As of August 2008, over 750,000 copies of the game have been sold according to the publisher. As of October 2014, reported numbers are over 3 million copies, with retail sales of over $150 million. Gameplay. At the beginning of the main game, players are dealt 4 train car cards as their playing hand. They are also dealt 3 destination ticket cards, each of which shows a pair of cities on the map. These become goals, representing 2 endpoints which players are secretly attempting to connect. The player must keep at least 2 of these destination cards and discard unwanted tickets to the bottom of the stack, if any. Once kept, a destination ticket may not be discarded for the rest of game. Each player also selects a group of 45 colored train pieces with a matching scoring marker. Each turn, the player has to choose from 3 options. Draw 2 railway car cards in various colors from the draw piles, or draw 3 additional destination ticket cards and keep at least 1, or play their collected railway car cards from their hand to claim routes on the board, which is a map of the United States and southern Canada, and place the corresponding number of train pieces from their store on the claimed route, thereby earning points. Note: a player may only execute one of the options above per turn. The routes are of varying lengths, and each discrete route marks on the board can be claimed by only a single player. Some cities are connected by 2 parallel routes that can each be claimed by a different player. The same player may not claim both parallel routes between 2 adjacent cities. Longer routes are worth progressively more points than shorter routes, e.g., a route of length 4 is worth more than 2 routes of length 2. On his or her turn, a player can claim any route anywhere on the board that has not already been claimed, regardless of whether the route helps to complete his or her destination tickets. The routes score points by themselves, as mentioned above, but routes not connected to a player's destination do not help him or her in reaching the destination or completing his or her destination ticket. The game ends when one player has exhausted or nearly exhausted his or her supply of colored train pieces. When this occurs, every player then plays 1 additional turn, after which they each reveal their previously hidden destination tickets. Additional points are awarded for having successfully connected the destinations on the cards, whereas points are subtracted for any incomplete tickets. A 10-point bonus is awarded to the player who has the longest continuously connected set of routes, not including branches. Spin-offs. Since the game's release in 2004, Days of Wonder has released 3 additional standalone board games, 1 card game, and multiple electronic game versions. Board Games Europe released in 2005, Ticket to Ride. Europe takes place on a map of Europe as it was at the turn of the 20th century. The game includes 2 new types of route: ferry routes, which require locomotive cards to be played when claiming them, and tunnel routes, which adds the risk that additional train cards may be necessary to complete the route. This version has 6 designated long route destination tickets. Therefore, the distribution of destination tickets at the beginning is different as compared to the base game. Each player is dealt 4 destination tickets, one of which is a long ticket, and must keep at least 2. Each player is also given 3 train stations, which allow a player to sacrifice points to use a route already claimed by another player. This allows each player an additional option during their turn. They may choose to discard a matching set of train car cards and play a station on top of any open city. For their first station they must discard a single card. For the second station they must discard a set of 2 matching cards. And for their final station they must discard a set of 3 matching cards. Any unplayed station is worth 4 points at the end of the game. Märklin Days of Wonder released Ticket to Ride. Märklin in 2006, based on a map of Germany. Märklin is a German toy company, best known for model railways and technical toys. Whereas railway car cards of each type in the previous games were identical, the cards in Ticket to Ride Märklin each show a different image of Märklin rolling stock. While this has no impact on actual play, it provides additional theme and flavor. The game adds passengers and goods as a new point-scoring mechanism. This allows each player to place up to 3 passengers in cities when establishing routes between them. At any later point in time, players can then choose to move their passenger, causing the passenger to traverse a set of connected points, collecting available point tokens at each city which is visited. Doing so consumes the passenger, which is then removed from the game. Because the point tokens themselves are removed as they're collected, doing this early in the game earns tokens of higher value, while doing so later in the game tends to traverse longer routes. This version of the game also uses 2 different types of locomotive wildcards. In addition to the standard type, there are +4 locomotives, which can only be used as wildcards on routes of at least length 4. The upside of this is that these locomotives can be freely selected from the available face-up cards without counting as a double draw. Nordic countries. In late October 2007, Days of Wonder released a local version of Ticket to Ride in the Nordic countries of Denmark, Sweden, Finland and Norway. While it was initially intended to be sold only in these countries, this version also became available in English, French and German. The game board is located in the Nordic countries, including part of Russia and Estonia. It includes ferry routes and tunnels, like Ticket to Ride Europe. Players only receive a set of 40 colored train pieces for this version and is playable by 2 or 3 players only. Card game Ticket to Ride. The card game was released in the summer of 2008 and includes a similar artistic style and theme, and general game mechanism of set collection. The card game is playable in 30 to 45 minutes and supports 2 to 4 players. Players start with 1 locomotive card and 7 other random train cards in their hand. Players are also dealt 6 destination tickets, of which they must keep at least 1. The destination tickets have 1 to 5 colored dots which match the colors of the train cards. In order to complete a destination ticket, players must move cards from their hand to their rail yard, and finally to their on-the-track stack. During play, players can train rob another player by playing more of a specific color than their opponent has in their rail yard. When the train card draw piles are exhausted, the players use the train cards in their on-the-track stack to complete their destination tickets. By matching the colored train cards with the colored dots on the destination tickets, completed tickets are added to the player's score, while uncompleted tickets are subtracted. Additional bonus points are awarded to players who complete the most tickets to 6 big cities: Chicago, Dallas, Los Angeles, Miami, New York, and Seattle. Computer games Ticket to Ride. Online Ticket to Ride and most expansions can be played online at Days of Wonder's website. A 4-game free trial subscription is available. Ticket to Ride. The computer game Days of Wonder has also released a computer game for Microsoft Windows, Apple OS X, and Linux which allows players to play the original game. Ticket to Ride. Europe, Ticket to Ride. Switzerland and Ticket to Ride. USA 1910 expansions are available as purchasable enhancements to the game. Ticket to Ride. Xbox Live Arcade. The Xbox Live Arcade version was released on June 25, 2008, and supports play with up to 5 people on Xbox Live or 4 people on the same console, and can utilize the Xbox Live Vision Cam. Ticket to Ride. iPad. The iPad version was released on May 18, 2011, and supports play with up to 5 people using the Game Center or Days of Wonder-owned servers. Its offline mode originally only supported a single player with up to 4 computer players. However, Pass and Play was added later. This version was released with 3 additional extensions available for purchase and download. Ticket to Ride. Europe. Ticket to Ride. Switzerland, and Ticket to Ride. USA 1910, which itself includes 3 separate game modes. The iPad version of Ticket to Ride was named the 2011 Digital Game of the Year by the Danish Guldbrikken Awards, which referred to the game as the exemplar of how a board game makes the leap to the digital world without compromise. The iPad version dazzles with its superb finish, easy availability and unparalleled expandability, as well as the ability to play on just the iPad or over the internet. Ticket to Ride Pocket. The iPhone version was released on November 16, 2011, which is a simplified version of the iPad game. Online play was added as an update on February 2, 2012, and users can also play a multiplayer game on a local network via Wi-Fi or Bluetooth. The iPhone version now offers expansion packs as in-app purchases.